With the 2020s going down the history as the roaring what the fucks what event wouldn't surprise you if it were to happen now? Jesus Christ actually comes back, miracles and all. Conservatives turn on him for being too liberal. Then reinstate crucifixions. Pigs flying, we already put a genetically modified pig heart into a person, still got 8 more years. Contact with aliens, except it's not from above but from the oceans like a B-movie. That we are currently in the bad place. The Hunger Games become reality. Errant moose stampede destroys Mississauga. Influencers going in Ukraine to film themselves on the battlefield. I don't know why but I see it coming. Land sharks. Aliens apologizing for throwing rocks at Earth. If we the world ran out of a very specific food like apples, peanuts, etc. Yellowstone caldera awakens. Fungi zombie apocalypse. Celebrities could start giving their babies plastic surgery and I wouldn't be surprised. First contact with alien life. I will be so embarrassed if the place is a mess when they arrive.
Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you enjoyed this content.
Would limiting the age of the president to 65 be something you'd support? Why or why not? Any way you cut it, a shitty system will produce shitty politicians. Ranked choice voting in my opinion is the law that would best reform our political entire system. Why stop at the presidency? How about for all elected officials? I think the US should implement a ranked choice voting system. I think that will have a much bigger impact on our political system. The president sets the precedent. 65 is when it's time for people to retire. Sit down, make room, live out your days in peace. Set that tone for the American people. Yes, absolutely. Both Joe Biden and Donald Trump are way too old to be president. So was Reagan when he ran 40 years ago. Hell, I'd even go further and cap the ages for all elected officials at 65. All politicians should fuck off the second they hit retirement age. Those who would hit it during their term shouldn't be allowed to run for office.
Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you enjoyed this content.
What improved your quality of life so much, you wish you did it sooner? Stop working more than 40 hours a week. Stopped watching the news. Life's way better without it. Setting my own boundaries after realizing that when I didn't, people set them for me. You young kids will think this crazy, but I am glad to have gotten older. All those things that worried me when I was in my 20s, just don't matter anymore. I'm 67 now and much happier. Going to the gym. Used to be a miserable fat bastard, but after 3 months of going to the gym, I've lost about a stone and feel so much better. I printed and framed that Calvin and Hobbes comic where the dad stops his work and goes to play in the snow with his kid. It hangs in my home office and reminds me what my priorities are. I've been much happier for it. Permanently placed my phone on Do Not Disturb, allow calls from contacts. This one change saved me from constant disruptive unwanted calls. Life is good on No Ring Lane.
Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you enjoyed this content.
You can have $1 billion but you can never get drunk or high again. Are you interested? Why or why not? When you say you can never get drunk or high again, does that mean I'm impervious to drugs and alcohol? Or am I not allowed to try? Either way, yes. But I'm curious. I'd pay you $1,000 if you can make me unable to get drunk. Obviously yes. Bring it down to 100K or something and then you might get some interesting answers. $1 billion is ridiculous. Nothing I wouldn't do for that kind of money. Why are these dumbass questions suddenly so popular? I don't get drunk or high anyway, so fuck yes. As a former addict alcoholic, yes. I've been clean now for 2 years and 5 months. This would just be a bonus. Basically get $1 billion for doing what I'm already doing. These questions are so stupid. Who wouldn't live in a bathroom at a concert for 48 hours if it gave them $1 billion? You know, there's a significant amount of people who don't drink and do drugs. I guess hookers are my new vice. I fail to see the problem.
Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you enjoyed this content.
If a man wants the pregnancy terminated, the woman chooses not to, why should he have to pay child support? Pro tip: sort by controversial and grab popcorn. Child support is the right of the child, not the mother. It is for the benefit of the child, not the mother. It is the responsibility of both parents to support the child, regardless of what decisions led up to the present. Cause you're paying for the kid, not the woman. The kid isn't involved in any decision here. Fathers had an option before having sex and producing another human being, that is implanted into woman's body. If you don't want a child, or to pay for support, please don't have sex with women, or at least use some proper protection. The child is innocent and deserves to be supported because he knowingly engaged in intercourse with her, therefore taking on the risk of pregnancy, birth, child support, etc. Because there is an epidemic of gold-digging whores that nobody is talking about.
Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you enjoyed this content.
What's the weirdest thing you've seen happen at a friend's house that they thought was normal? At every meal, my ex's parents would set a plate on the table for the dog. The dog would sit in a chair and eat at the table with the people. Found out my best friend thought the toilet seat was for kids. He would straight up sit on the rim of the toilet and poop until I found out when we were in college at 22. Family had like styrofoam bricks next to the couch in the living room for the explicit purpose of throwing at the TV if they didn't like the show, or if a character said something stupid. I walked into my GFS living room and out of nowhere their chocolate lab, from outside, jumps through an open window and lands on the couch. I just froze and her son's like, oh, he does that. This was in Florida. Don't worry about the bed bugs, they don't hurt that much. Was about 9 or 10. Playing with some action figures with a friend in his room which had its own bathroom. He goes in to take a shit and then when he's done he yells out, "Mom, come wipe me." He was otherwise like any other kid in the early 90s.
Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you enjoyed this content.
The Supreme Court has overturned Roe v. Wade. How do you feel? When I was 23 I aborted a pregnancy. It's caused me a lot of pain over the years, emotionally. But I would never, not in a million years, be for banning it. The case of unviable pregnancies alone is horrifying. If I was American and anything other than a white heterosexual cis man, I'd get out of there as fast as I could. Or at least go to a deep blue state and hope for the Republicans to never again get anywhere near the White House. Pissed off. I'm pregnant and want this baby but don't want to risk dying for it. If a woman can't abort a baby they don't want, a man doesn't get to walk away from a baby he doesn't want either. Children should not be killed in the womb. They should be killed in the classroom, because guns are a basic human right and access to healthcare is not. While not American, I'll be watching the aftermath unfolding with some anxiety. This flavor of insanity is often contagious.
Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you enjoyed this content.